I don't like putting dates on things.
Well, I do.
Yeah, I don't like to be pigeonholed.
And I'm in the front seat.
Yeah.
Listen,
Mraz.
Sinatra.
Hey, yeah, let's do that. Which way do you like his hat better?
I like the...
This?
No.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mraz.
This is Mraz, this is Sinatra. Love them both, but I can't do both, obviously.
You could like rotate it. Back
Angry about that.
You could use it like your eyebrows and change your mood. No? All right.
If he puts it down and gets grumpy, he's gonna start talking about the chalk again.
Damn chalk.
We're back to the chalk.
Oh, this
actually.
is Wilford Brimley. Actually,
Son of a
this is my
bitch.
Wilford Brimley look.
Nice.
Diabetes.
Distracted driving, riding around filming for you. Distracted driving, jokes and games and interviews. Distracted driving, tune in, have a good time. Distracted driving, with Ray and Tim and Jay from behind.
Never even said what you just said.
Right?
You just said there was chalk. What did
Gold. I got recording now, so we don't miss any of this. Tell us about the magic chalk again, Ray.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they provided. I think that's the right word that we're supposed to be using.
Supply.
In this context. Supply. Now it's supply.
Well, no,
So supply, provide. I believe it's the same.
It rhymes.
Provide, supply. It does not. It does not rhyme,
So
okay?
he-
If we want to be technical about it, that doesn't rhyme, asshole.
I like. You're a musician. You can make it rhyme.
That he drew a picture of a shark. It was like a 50-year-old guy, a picture of a shark right in front of the order window, with a leg hanging out of its mouth, like it bit a leg off with blood.
while he waited for his food.
This is
creepy.
On the
on the
On
ground.
the
in front of the
ground.
family
Yeah.
establishment over there.
Yeah.
Mind you, it looked like a cartoon. Ray's really up in arms about it, though. He
I'm
got
up
really
in arms
upset.
about you.
You should be up in arms about Lou.
Oh, don't even get me started with that.
just
All right.
chalk, Ray.
How are you? Just what?
It's just chalk, man.
It's
It's just chalk.
That's what I was thinking.
We have a guest who
But
can't
apparently there's
speak.
a process. Yeah, so I'm glad we booked you
This
today.
is a talk show.
Good thinking. Yeah, that worked
And we
out.
got somebody who can't talk.
I did say, bring the guitar anyway, we'll see what happens, but there was no chance that was happening, right?
No, I did bring it. There was a chance of me bringing it. I just, you know.
Chip Zale, ladies and gentlemen,
Hi.
from Whiskey Church and Tres Hombres and Chip Zale. You're
Zale.
Chip Zale of Chip Zale.
Chip Zale all alone as.
'Cause you do-
To hombres.
So what do? Do you first book Whiskey Church and then like a guy says, well, I can't be there. So okay, it's Tres Hombres then. And then another guy says, like Kevin says, I can't be there, and it just ends up being
It just
Chip.
ends up being Chip.
That's
yeah.
how the process works when booking shows.
Yeah, more or less. I don't know. Whiskey Church, we're pretty good at filling in. You know, we'll grab a dude from Badman, the guitar player from Badman, played drums with us once. We've had
Stevie.
Rendo play bass.
Stevie's playing with us in Laconia
He's playing
on the 19th. He's
guitar.
playing
you
guitar
guys?
with us, yeah.
Is he really? With
Yeah.
Toll Booth?
With Toll Booth.
Nice.
Because Kev can't make it, so we got Stevie.
He's an animal.
I love how incestuous this little group is of
Yeah,
ours.
it's creepy, isn't
We
it?
just, we'll get in with anybody.
It's like a key party.
we're,
Everyone tosses it in there.
we're all just whores.
It makes
really
it hard
are.
to photograph you guys because half the times you're not the real band.
It's all the same.
It's like it's the same guy.
Hey, is
That's
that a picture
Stevie.
of Badman? No, that's Stevie
That's
with Whiskey
Stevie,
Church.
So Johnny Keys is in every he's in every band. Yeah. If somebody has a piano, it's Johnny Keys.
There you go.
So you had a show last night at Central Tavern. That seems to be a cool place for you guys to be.
Oh, I love that place, man. It's a awesome room. I mean, the setup of the room is perfect, and it's our home venue. Man.
Yeah.
The place always packs up, and it was great.
They just won the award for best music venue at
Yep.
the local music awards.
Great
You
show.
won a couple
Whiskey Church won
yourself.
some awards too. Yeah.
Yeah, we left we're keeping the headliner award at Central for the year.
Oh, are you? Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Okay.
He's putting a little case up.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys won headliner.
Yep.
And what else did you win? The best cover band.
Best
overall cover band. Yeah.
Best drummer was my boy Kevin.
Kevin's
Bam
great.
Bam.
Yeah.
And I won best local frontman.
Look at that.
Front person.
Look at that. I know some guys in Smear that would disagree with that, but who walked away with the gold?
Did you
Well,
ever
hey.
see the video that we made with Smear Campaign?
The hostage video.
Where they abducted me? When
Yes,
I was in
that's
child's
awesome.
play?
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
Now, does anybody ever come to you with a concern that this is going a little too far? Because you guys are all friends, and it's all for fun, frenemies, if you will.
Frenemies.
But it just makes me think of this. When I was in high school, we kidnapped a kid, a junior. We were seniors, and this one girl almost held us at gunpoint. If she had a gun, she had an umbrella instead, and she really was concerned. She was going to call the cops because we had this kid. It was all just a joke.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Does anybody ever get that serious about what's going on with the two of you?
Was it really a joke? I mean, it's like
Well, I mean, why a joke?
I watched that video before I knew really all you guys.
Okay,
and I
so-
remember sitting there going, all right, this is a joke, right? This is because I didn't know you, I didn't know JK. And first, the acting on, I mean, he's incredible.
JK?
Yeah.
He's
Standing in front of that
out
pickup
his
truck.
mind.
This is what we're gonna do.
With the pantyhose.
With the
over his
pantyhose
eyes.
over his face.
What are we gonna do with him? It doesn't matter what we do with him. It just matters that we have him.
Dude, we have him.
He's out of the game. We're gonna get caught. We're not gonna get f***ing caught. Nobody knows he's gone.
Quit saying that. How are we gonna get caught? You're gonna tell somebody?
It's all out.
I was in high school. These are grown men. That's,
Well, I want to hear more about the penguin holding you up, Ray. That sounds great.
so we did the whole thing with the
Umbrellas.
with the hostage video, and we gave it to the junior class, and we said we got your kid, and it was like Saturday afternoon. We were bored.
$10,000.
And-
We're bored, so you kidnapped
So
somebody.
they had to do
Here's
stuff
his
like
toe.
they had to hang out. Well, yeah, small price to pay for entertainment. They had to put like a banner up that says "Senior Rocks" on the bridge, and but the one girl did corner us. She finally caught up with us and cornered us with an umbrella and screaming to let Jason go. I'm like, it's just a joke. Relax.
It's an after-school movie is what it is. This is awesome.
But it was fun.
I want to
yeah.
rate this now.
The mean streets of Dean.
It could take because we did tie him up at one point.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how something could
He
go
could have
horribly
died,
wrong.
right, yeah.
But that's an after-school special right there. This is why pranks shouldn't happen.
How was the kid? I mean, was he nervous?
No, I mean,
He had
we
his
were
hood
fine.
over his head. He didn't see nothing.
I remember we walked into his house and we told his mom we were taking him for the day. And she had no problem with it. And then he was a little iffy. He didn't want to get tied up. We're like, it's
He
for
was
the
a little
effect.
iffy.
Yeah.
He didn't.
You
It's
slapped
for
him
the
around a
effect.
little
We
bit.
have to do this. It all turned out well. It was fine. A couple car chases, but it was good.
Sweet.
Well, that's, when we did that kidnapping video, it was, we're all laughing and ha ha ha, this is going to be fun. But there is a point where I had my arms tied behind my back in a chair with a pillowcase. I couldn't see what those guys were doing. You're like, wait a minute, this could really go. I'm not in control.
This is the real deal, Chip. You guys are done. You're out. You're out of the game. Yeah. Okay. What do you got to say about that, Chippers? Huh? What do you got to say?
What the is wrong with you guys, man? I'm in a cover band. Where I have a wife and two kids.
You were.
That are
You
gonna,
were
I have
in
a
a
wife
cover
and two
band.
kids that are gonna go home. That's fine. Do whatever you want, man.
Because if I'm gone, they really are going to get more gigs.
I can't
So-
move.
Oh man, and that was when you were with Child's Play.
Yep.
But that I guess that has kind of moved on to the Whiskey Church
It's
smear
evolved.
campaign. Yeah,
It's evolved.
It's you. So it's you really. It's because you are the the one constant in those two bands.
Yeah, my world revolves around me, man. Absolutely.
My world revolves around me. That's the quote of the day.
What do you like? Because you got the three things going. What do you like the most? Can you answer that? That's kind of a weird question, I guess. I don't know.
Again, as long as it revolves around me, I'm good.
Okay.
No,
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Whiskey Church, man. Whiskey Church. Last night was unbelievable. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Everybody's screaming and yelling. It's just, you stop
Including
for
you,
a
obviously.
second, including me, yeah. But you stop for a second and just look at, all the people that are there. Everyone's red-faced. Everyone's jumping up and down and dancing, and they can't beat that.
Yeah.
I will say, about the rivalry and the frenemy thing with Smear Campaign, when we did win the headliner award, and Velvet Skies and Smear Campaign, they were saying all these like congratulatory things to me, and that shit makes me nervous. Like I'm so used to being like, hey, Bush Smear, those guys suck, man. I hate Smear Campaign. I can't wait to get back to being a prick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they put a poster together and welcomed you to the club,
It
which
was
was
so
really
nice.
cool.
It was so nice. And
It sounds like a setup to me. But
right. I know.
You're gonna get kidnapped very soon.
Jay's getting soft in his old age, I think. I don't know. It could be
It's
it.
easier to have the mean stuff. That's
It's-
easy.
Yeah.
It just flows
Yeah.
freely. You
How
know?
do you
and
react
that's-
to kindness? I don't
And
know.
I hate when they put up the thing because my first thing I want to comment is suck my ass. You know?
You could still do that. It's never stopped you
That'd
before.
actually be quite funny.
Yeah.
They're doing the nice stuff and you're just not.
Go
Nope.
f- yourself.
So what else? What else is up?
With me?
Yeah. This is about you, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And my world revolves around me. I don't know what else is up.
What do you think of the new Batman CD?
It's good. You know, again, this is what Kevin and I went and we're like, this band sucks, man. It's terrible. And when I saw them at Liz's too, I just think they have sort of like a corrosion of conformity sound to them.
Yep.
And I mean, Tommy's a badass, man. He's just one of those, with the dark
Got that
sunglasses.
presence, yeah.
And yeah, it's all inked up and.
The hair.
And he always has that giant smile that just confuses the hell out of you because it doesn't match the rest of the persona.
I will say this: their bass player is horrible.
Yeah.
It's just a.
He's the one that's going to weigh them down.
When we the very first LMAs you guys did, he was nominated. Chris was nominated for best local bass player, and we won some other award. I think we won stage performance or something. And I get up there and I'm like, not for nothing, but you guys nominated Chris Hill for best local bass player. He's not even the best bass player in Child's Play.
That's great. That's great.
So it's
I love that kid to death, man.
Yeah.
The Ginger Ninja.
Ah. I should have won on his award. Wasn't aware of that. What do you think of the local music scene?
Me? I love it, man.
That's very serious, by the way. Just
Yeah,
hey,
talk about this.
what do you think about the local music?
No, I don't know. There's a lot of
It's-
conversations behind the scenes that go on about local music in general, the local music scene. I know I'm heavily involved with it, but I really do think it's rare. If you look at other scenes, even Boston, some of the bigger cities, I think we have a rare thing here. And I'd just like to hear the perspective of other.
A big difference. I mean, I've always played music,
You've seen a million faces.
and I've seen a million faces.
You rocked them all.
I've rocked some.
most of them.
There was that guy in the back with the arms folded. He must have been a musician.
There's always a couple of those guys.
Jimmy.
It's different. It's people are much more into it now than they were 10, 15 years ago. I mean, back then when I was playing out, you'd play to dead places, but I mean, there was Tiger Lily, and that was about it. Like I didn't even know any other bands that were around. And then that's when I was young. That was before I had kids. When I went out, at least every weekend.
Yeah.
There just wasn't as much stuff going on.
We know one of your kids.
Oh, he's a piece of work.
Where'd you get that from?
I know.
Oh my God.
I walked in the Milford studio after many times, so I met your son because we've been on Milford TV and he works there. And then finally, he just randomly tells me, he goes, my dad. I'm like, okay, well I know a lot of people, so I don't know what that means. And so like 5 minutes later, he goes, my dad's Chip. You took a picture of him. He jumped. And he goes, and my dad really likes the photo.
That is an awesome.
That
great
was one
game.
of the best.
I was next to him when he was counting the beats of Jump.
That's
waiting
right.
for that right now. He was at the music awards.
Yes, he was.
filming.
It was awkward for
How
him
cool
to be
was
there.
that for you as a dad to have
You
your
get to
son?
win the
'Cause
award in
my
front of your
was
kid.
there,
Oh, that was
but he was
awesome.
holding the door in the VIP room in the back. He wanted nothing to do with the scene. But your kid was right up front.
He's sort of come around, and I actually think it's because of you guys. Like he sees you guys doing some. When it was just me, when I was in Child's Play, and even Whiskey Church before he started working on the TV channel, I was like this goofy, you know what I mean? Like Dad is sort of, what a dope,
Yeah.
But now, I do want to say, Tim, and I really don't appreciate this that much, but talking about, how did you know I was going to jump? How did you know I was going to make out with RJ when I won that award?
I
And the
missed
pictures
that.
all over social media.
That's how I found out the pictures. What happened
Yeah,
there?
that's how my
Talk
wife
about
found
that.
out too.
That's how the world finds out. Social
I
media.
see that coming. In your defense, though, he made out with a lot of people.
Oh, God, is that my defense?
He made it a point to kiss anybody that was nominated for sexiest musician. So the best line he had of the night, which he put on TV, so I'm going to repeat it. He turned to Gay Barboza, who was also nominated for the award, and goes, "You're gay. I'm gay. Can I kiss you?" She looks at me, who's standing next to at Milford TV
At least
camera.
he asked.
And she goes, "No." And then he goes, "But I've kissed everybody else." And Gay turns Tim, kind of like help, kind of look on her face, and they go, actually, he just kissed, what's his name from Velvet Skies, and she's like, okay, once on the cheek, and that was it. But I'm gay, you're
It was
gay.
a great line.
That is
You give him credit for that. That's
Yeah,
funny.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, sometimes I catch photos that ruin families. I don't know what to say.
It's a great picture of you and Michelle kissing because she
I
gave you the award, and
Yeah,
then RJ right next to the picture.
That was
You
really
guys
fun.
kissing.
Yeah, your kid videotaped you winning the award that was presented to you by your wife.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
So apparently the LMAs are also all about you.
All about me once again. Yeah.
Your wife is wonderful. She's out and about a lot.
Oh yeah, she's a bomb.
The kids are old enough now, right? So that the mom and dad can go out and
Yeah, mom
hang
and
out.
dad
That's
closed
nice.
Central last night.
Did you?
We
Nice.
were the last ones out.
Isn't it great when your kids get that age?
Oh, it's so fun.
My kids are pretty much the same age as your kids. I got 16 and 14. It's like, we can go out now. This is great.
It's nice. You don't have to leave the bowl of food out like we do.
No.
They can fend for
No
themselves.
duct tapes involved or
Right.
bungee cords.
Bungie's a little.
We used to have to
Easier
bungee
on
cord a
the wrist.
refrigerator for my son so he wouldn't eat everything. You laugh. Woke up 2 o'clock in the morning one night. He's sitting there watching infomercials, eating ice cream out of a pint with his hand. What are you doing? I wanted ice cream. It's 2 in the morning, so we had a bungee cord the refrigerator shut.
Was he sleeping? Was it like sleep eating?
No, it was just Danny. He was like 5, but he had this big.
Oh.
He's just
Okay.
eating ice cream.
5 is a little better. You should have mentioned that.
Yeah,
before.
I thought it
I
was like
thinking
last week.
It wasn't recent. No, it's not the Danny you know currently. No.
He's 16. It's like all bungee cords.
He's now we bungee cord him.
I'm
Yes,
all done there.
I don't know how to get through these bungee cords.
bungee cords are magic, like the
You've
Chinese,
thwarted me.
the Chinese finger traps.
Chip, you do original music. You've got a few original songs.
Yep. Yeah, I sort of go in and out. You know what I mean? I'll write real strong. You know, for like a month I'll do that, and then it depends where my focus is. You know, like we're trying to learn new stuff in Whiskey Church.
Takes some time.
It just takes time, and it takes like, I don't know what you would call it, but just mental activity, like remembering the words to songs drives me. I usually don't do it; I make them up. But it takes away from my the emotion I can spend on writing. So
Yeah. And it's more embarrassing when you can't remember the words that you wrote.
To your own
Never
songs.
mind the songs you're trying to memorize that other people
But who would
wrote.
know?
But who would know? Yeah.
Well, it's true. But everyone knows my songs, so.
Oh,
I have to sing
easy
it
there,
word
ego.
It's because your songs are awesome.
Well, thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
Wow, that was unexpected.
I know. That's why I did it. There were
Oh.
2 things in my head right there, and I'm like, I'm gonna go with this one.
Chip did the coffee house a while back, maybe a year ago.
Oh, I never saw it.
It was great, yeah.
yeah, that was fun.
And you were also on Living for the Weekend a couple times.
That was fun living the weekend. We did when Tres Hombres did Milford Performs. I actually wrote a song for Whiskey Church, but those 5 guys and everybody is just a swinging dick in that band. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to write their own part, and
Yeah.
I don't like. It's just hard to get that to get done. Tres Hombres, I can sort of bully those guys around. So we did the song "Say Your Prayers" that I wrote for Whiskey Church. We did it with Tres Hombres. It was good.
Let's talk about, because you're a big 80s guy.
Love the 80s.
Who doesn't? We've done 80s shows before. We've talked about 80s music.
You want to give him the content? You would give him a quiz on the TV Guide, right?
Oh, there you go.
You want to do that? I was going to talk about 80s hair bands, but
Maybe you can do it right afterwards.
I have a TV guide from 1982.
Ask me a question about hair bands and then read something.
What?
I'm directing, Ray.
Yeah, he is. All of a sudden, Jay's decided to produce the show in the show.
Okay. All right, here we go. LaRue in Washington may have entrapped a welfare check thief. A 10-year-old girl is accidentally killed by a gang out to get her brother, and Grace informs Phil that he may soon be a father. Farillo is one of the characters in this show.
From 1982.
Holy crap.
Wow, I have no idea.
I'm going to say Chips.
No, but you know what? That's a good
Chips.
guess.
Oh, Chips, hey! Dynasty.
Well, actually, that's the cover.
John Wilcox, Eric
No,
Estrada.
Hill Street Blues was the answer.
Hill
I was
Street
looking for.
Blues.
All right, that's that game.
They're making a Chips movie.
Are they
I grew
really?
up
Like a
in a-
goofy one? Like
I don't know.
I
Probably.
grew up in a wacky house, though. Like, my parents were real staunch Catholics. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch television.
Oh, okay.
At all?
No.
Wow.
Well, one show. There was a Wilford Brimley show on Sunday nights that I got to watch.
That was actually just an oatmeal commercial.
Probably just an diabetes commercial.
Diabetes.
Yeah. No, I never do. Dukes of Hazzard, I wasn't allowed to watch it. It's-
You must be a huge fan of like TV Land now.
Yeah,
Always
oh, yeah.
on, catching up. Top 3 hair bands of all time.
I was thinking about that because you mentioned that to me before. And it's so hard to pick because there's a billion of them.
I know, but you gotta pick.
I
But
think
you gotta do it.
I think
It's
number
the
one
rules.
is Poison. You know what I mean? Just because I think 2 of the guys were hairdressers. And
Makeup artists.
And-
Do you remember the album, the first album on the back? They had their pictures,
Oh,
and then they had what they did. It was like guitars and lipstick.
yeah,
That's right.
the
And they look like-
teasing and stuff.
It was
Yeah.
hard to believe they were really men, to be honest with you.
That was the biggest question. Are they guys? But they had that right on their
I
description.
thought I was watching Vixen at first, and then I turned up the volume, and I'm like, oh crap, there's a guy.
That's the dude.
All right, so we got Poison at number 1.
Poison at number 1.
Is you gonna leave it at that? You don't want to do the top 3?
Well, no, I can do more. See, I'm just so torn because number one, I will not accept anyone saying that Van Halen is a hair
Oh
band.
boy,
'Cause
I
they're
consider
not.
bringing this up,
Dude,
but-
have you seen David Lee Roth lately? He made out like me. You know what I mean? They're not a hair band.
I also don't consider Van Halen the band of the 80s.
I do. Not hair bands, but I do consider
We're getting
Van
into
Halen.
semantics.
Van Hagar is an 80s
Oh,
band.
Hagar, yeah.
You know, and
Van Halen to me, the first run is a 70s
It's a
band.
70s band.
78, 79.
Yeah. But they wouldn't
Yeah,
fall
but-
under the 80s hair band category for me.
But I think that none of the 80s hair bands would exist if it wasn't for Eddie Van Halen. I mean, he changed the scope. The point I want to make is, and nothing against Toll Booth and your that whole genre.
yeah.
But, back when there was, Mr. Big and, all the other Yngwie Malmsteen and the crazy, like, sharp, just sick, tight,
we got 4
musical
minutes left, so
algebra
put me
stuff.
down now.
Okay, no, I'm not even putting you down. All of a sudden, somehow,
Japan.
1990 came along and it became cool to like suck at your instrument or something. You know what I mean? And everybody was just sort of sloppy and loose, and I just,
By the way, I totally agree with you.
yeah.
I am a hair band guy. I am strictly 80s. I appreciate what they did in the 90s, and then it grew on me as the years went on.
Yeah, and I
But
like some of that
The depth of
music.
hair killed me.
Yeah, it really did.
And I fought for it. I stuck with bands like Kicks and all those
Slaughter.
stupid,
Firehouse.
Wild Boys.
Firehouse
I think
was
was
the last
a
ones, yeah.
band that came out in like '92, and they still
Extreme.
tried.
Two weeks ago, we saw Steel Panther at the House of Blues.
Oh, how was that? Those
Dude,
guys are keeping it alive.
You like, I may have been voted favorite local front person. That guy is like everything I want to be. Does it perfect and then multiplies it times 1,000. He was amazing.
You know what I do? I watch
What a
videos
stud.
on YouTube of their interviews,
Oh, they're
like their backstage
hilarious.
interviews, and
So
they just, it's not even scripted, they just go off on each other.
Oh, they're so funny.
They are such an entertaining band.
They did a hair solo. The bass player got out in the middle, and the other 2 guys came out with those like leaf blowers on either side of him. His hair up like that.
That's awesome.
We need one of those for Jay for the
Yeah.
back seat.
I would like that.
Ooh, get
What
a
about,
fan
um,
mounted up here.
Something.
Chip, who are some of your
Sunroof.
second tier hair band favorites? You know what I mean about second tier. You had Crew,
Can
you
I
had
jump in
Poison.
here, Red? I just want to say that I think that Def Leppard is the one that they made the way for hair bands, because they started in the 70s, and they're the ones that kept going through the 80s that really brought it out there, in my opinion.
Good call, but I think their 70s stuff wasn't really hair.
Agreed.
You know what I
And they
mean?
turned
Oh,
into a hair
classic
band.
rock.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But they're overall just rock and roll, but they just...
I think they were hair by default.
Yes.
They just kind of fell in that category.
It just happened.
It just happened.
I
Now
would
go
say-
on, Ray.
I would say-
Second tier.
I would say Enough's Enough was a big one.
Oh,
for
yeah,
me.
that was
Enough's
good.
Enough.
Loved Enough's Enough.
Oh, that was some hair.
Y&T was really fun. That Summertime Girls was
Yep.
great.
Did they have anything else that was a single, though? I don't remember. I'm
Y&T, I don't
honestly
remember,
asking.
no.
You don't remember Y&T?
No, I don't remember their second song.
I mean,
Summertime Girls is all I
was-
remember.
There was
Perfect.
one, and I can't remember it now.
That is the
Um,
perfect summer anthem.
I hate to put Cinderella in that second tier, but I think they were. They were like teetering on that first tier.
Yeah,
But I still dig them.
when I was in like high school, Cinderella was sort of at their prime, and they were never really a headliner.
Yeah.
But they toured with everybody. They opened for, so I saw them like probably 7 times, with Poison and with David Lee Roth.
It's like
and with
Warren.
Van Halen.
Yeah,
Like
White Lion.
Warrant was everybody's number 2. Like
Yeah.
I saw
And they
them
were so
open
great.
for
They
everybody.
had so many hits. They had as many hits as
you
anyone
go back
else,
and listen
really.
to them now. They were underrated at the time.
I think so.
But
What do I know?
Yeah. There you go. Nobody asked me.
There are very few '80s bands that really didn't stick with me, but Whitesnake was one of them that really doesn't do anything.
We
for
were
me.
talking about that
really?
last night.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Whitesnake.
I know most people do. Just it really does nothing for me.
I don't like how they tried to fool us with the whole band, because it wasn't even the band with that first Whitesnake album. Not the 70s Whitesnake, the 80s reincarnation. David Coverdale was the only constant in that band.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, they had the guys from Deep Purple, I think, do that 86 album,
Oh, see,
87
didn't know.
album. So
Like
it
not
wasn't.
Vivian Campbell.
No,
and,
they were hired for the video and for the tour,
Tommy Aldrich.
Huh.
and they just put out a new album too. David Coverdale's still rocking.
No, I loved Coverdale and Page. That was great.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Meh. I like. Meh.
That's my favorite word.
Meh.
I got something to say about it. Listen. Man.
I liked what Jimmy Page did with the Black Crowes. I thought that was
Oh, that was awesome.
Zeppelin covers.
Yeah,
All right, Chip. Thank you so much.
it's
Thank
still,
you guys,
It's
man.
still on
It's
there.
still
by
on
the
there.
way.
Yeah, you can go check out the chalk.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Chip Zale, thanks. Whiskey Church.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
cool
Trace
with the
Hombres
chalk. I thought it
and
looked
Chip
good.
Zale
Let it go.
solo.
You'll like it actually.
We're gonna like what?
The chalk.
You're gonna like
You're
what
gonna
you're
like
wearing.
I guarantee it. All right, thank you, Chip.
Bye, Chip.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Chip.
Later.
Have a
See you,
good one.
brother. Take it easy.
Good on, Jay.
Boom.
See you
See you
soon,
later.
man.
Nice. All right, goodbye.
Turn the key and ready to go. Just left the tea, it's time to start the show. The wheels are turning on the minivan. So says the guy from that astronaut band. It's Ray J, Tim, and the weekly guest. As far as YouTube videos, this one is the best. It's distracted driving.